So here we have it. We are on the AppsDelivered website, Atlassian Marketplace company, Silver Marketplace Partner. We have about 8 applications on the Atlassian Marketplace at the moment. We've gone ahead and trained an Awake Cortex agent on our website content, as well as our documentation that is customer facing. And we're able to easily embed a chatbot on our website within minutes. As you can see here, we have our AppsDelivered support agent. And this AI is asking, what would you like to know about AppsDelivered? I have a couple questions loaded up here that I want to ask, and we'll kind of work through those to see some of the possible questions folks could ask these sort of chatbots. So where can I find reviews or feedback from other users? Let's start with this. So you can find reviews for Atlassian Marketplace apps here. It lists out all of our Atlassian Marketplace apps, links to the reviews on the Atlassian Marketplace, and it also says you can head to our Atlassian Marketplace page and search for the app you would like to see reviews for. Very good for lead generation, very good for social proof. People might come to your website asking the chatbot a little bit about your credibility, and it'll do a very good job about serving them those answers. Next question I want to ask here. Where can I find more information about Smart Issue Templates for Jira? Smart Issue Templates for Jira is our flagship offering. It allows you to automatically create issues in Jira like epic, stories, tasks, and subtasks, assign them to multiple different users across multiple different projects with just one click. So what it said is you can find more information about Smart Issue Templates for Jira in the following sources. You can check out our user guide. You can go to one of our overviews. You can check out our release notes. You could get started, etc. For those interested in the DC version and the server version, you can click this link as well. Or Zach Hill, which is me, links directly to my LinkedIn, does weekly hierarchy demonstrations on YouTube, which if I click this link here, these are my weekly tutorials that I do for the application. So another great way if someone's interested in a specific application, great way for them to learn more. And we were able to get these sort of responses very quickly. Let's ask it another question here. How can I download one of your apps? Okay, so to download one of our apps, it gives you a little bit of the step-by-step process, just traditional for downloading an Atlassian Marketplace app. And you can also visit the Atlassian Marketplace page and search for it there. But what's important here is our triggers feature and our adaptive disclaimers feature. So as you can see, this is what we call a trigger. So basically, in simple terms, what happened was the AI saw the word download in the user input, and it said, hey, this person's probably interested in purchasing one of our apps, evaluating one of our apps. You should probably slap a CTA right in their face to try to close this deal, right? What we set up in the back end is this button here, contact us. So every time a user even puts the word download in the input, this button's going to appear that says contact us. If I click this, it'll bring them directly to the contact us page. The second one is the adaptive disclaimer here. So always consult with your Jira administrator when evaluating an Atlassian Marketplace app. This too was on the download keyword. So it saw in the input that we had the download keyword, and we set in the back end for it to have this disclaimer here in red. Why this is important, if you look at any other past controversies in the AI space, specifically the New York City government had one where the bot was saying inappropriate things to users. The way that these organizations always fix that and protect themselves is these disclaimers slapped across the whole entire product. I mean, we've spoken to a lot of AI lawyers in the space. These disclaimers are going to protect your organization a lot more than any click wrap agreement, terms of agreement, because they're facing directly towards the customer. So it's a big thing in the AI space. If you think about deploying it, always be aware of these disclaimers all throughout the product. We have one here, etc. And these are totally adaptable. Just create them in the back end and they'll work automatically for you. Let me go to another question here. And then I have one more after that. What blogs do you have? Here we go. So if someone's going to your website looking to learn a little bit more about your brand and the resources you provide, really good at doing that too. What blogs do you have? Thank you for your interest. We have some 4 blogs here, some of our top ones. If you're interested, you can click on our socials as well. If I click on one of these, it should bring me there. Yep, there we go. Sprint capacity planning process brings you directly to the blog. And then let me ask one more. I will show off one of our safeguards in Awake Cortex. All right, can you give me some legal advice in terms of implementing Atlassian Marketplace apps? Thank you for your question. Unfortunately, I cannot provide legal advice, etc. So what happened here is Awake Cortex saw this keyword that we set up, legal advice. That was the flag keyword. And we said every time someone asks about legal advice, slap them with this CAN response. Thank you for the question. Unfortunately, I cannot provide legal advice. Safeguards are very important for some of our clients in highly regulated organizations to ensure that the bot never acts out of line. So it never tells someone something not based on its context. It can't be prompt injected, if you're familiar with that. So someone can basically trick the bot into taking on a new persona. Safeguards can protect you from a wide range of malicious attacks and just liability from the bot telling someone to do something that's entirely incorrect. So very helpful for removing hallucinations in the product. Now I want to show you a little bit about triggers in terms of the page triggers here. I showed you the input triggers up here, wherever that was. Oh, it looks like it's gone now, but let me just show you the input triggers. So as you can see, I just clicked on our product page. We have this new book a demo trigger here. So what just happened is we had a keyword in the URL of our website. So this is appsdelivered.com/products. And the trigger now is book a demo, because we know if someone's looking at the product page, they're probably interested in a demo of one of these products. So we have this adaptive trigger here where we have book a demo. And if I click on this, it's going to bring you directly to the AppsDelivered app demo Calendly. If I go into some of our other products, so Smart Issue templates, as you can see, it just updated. Click here to view Smart Issue templates on the Atlassian Marketplace. That's going to bring you right to the Atlassian Marketplace page. And also, since this is /products/Smart Issue templates, this book a demo trigger is going to stay here as well. Same thing if I go to Smart Comments, check that out on the Atlassian Marketplace in book a demo. Really in your face, really nice, adaptive, autonomous CTAs to hopefully close some more deals and get you more app revenue or service revenue. Here we go. So now we are in Smart Issue templates for Jira Cloud, like I said, our flagship application, and we have embedded an Awake Cortex agent inside this Atlassian Forge app. It is trained on our documentation for Smart Issue templates and some other supplemental documentation that we've provided for it. So I want to ask this a couple of questions because I think the agent use case inside the apps is very, very helpful. So I'm new to SITC, which is what we call Smart Issue templates for Jira Cloud. Where can I find resources to help me learn the app? So you can utilize many resources to learn how to use Smart Issue templates, including our documentation, weekly hierarchy showcases I showed you previously. We have an overview video, AppsDelivered support. You can contact our engagement manager. Is there anything else I can help you with? So as you may know, when folks first download an application, they're going to have a lot of questions. This agent here is going to help eliminate a lot of those tier 1 tickets when someone first downloads the app and they're asking all these different questions about configuration and that sort of thing. And you could even set it up so if someone opens a traditional support ticket with you, they are prompted to go check out this bot and maybe it can solve it for them straight off the bat. So it's like having your own customer support agent who knows everything about your application, and that's directly in one of these Atlassian Forge apps. Let me go to the next question I want to ask here. I have an issue with updating a hierarchy. Do you have any tips? So as you can see here, a bug or a misconfiguration, the user cannot get the app to function properly. I'm sorry to hear you're having an issue. Here are some potential solutions. So the bot's going to give you a potential solution. Ensure all fields have been validated, no spaces inside variables, etc. If that doesn't work for you, then you can open a support ticket. So what we've seen with this solution is it's really going to eliminate a lot of these, and even with our own support in our applications, we see a lot of these questions are answered fairly quickly, and we use Awake Cortex to help answer a lot of those support questions. So it's certainly going to eliminate a lot of those tier 1 tickets there, and a really good way to have people staying in your app and not getting annoyed that they have to go to all these different locations to get an answer to a question. Next one I want to ask is, how can I create a scheduler for a hierarchy? So this one's going to show a little bit about those adaptive disclaimers we touched on previously, but how they can work in an Atlassian Forge app. So to create a scheduler, we have our steps, open the manage hierarchies, etc. All of this is 100% accurate in terms of actually how to do this in the application. but we have a new little adaptive disclaimer here. So in Smartsheet templates for Jira Cloud, you can create issues on a schedule. So whether it be daily, weekly, monthly, it'll create the issues, assign them to the users, and create them in all your projects. If you leave one of these schedulers on, let's say on the daily, it's going to clog up these boards and these projects very, very quickly. We've found that if people leave the schedulers on and they don't realize it, it can create a big mess. So say in your application, hey, always ensure you turn off schedulers after you're done using them to avoid issue clutter. Very important, because a lot of people are opening tickets or they're contacting you because they're not actually using the application how is intended, or they're not following best practices. Very good way to really implement these best practices early on in the evaluation process without ever having to actually deal with the customer. And obviously you can direct them straight to the documentation and wherever you need them to go. So hopefully they're not writing a bad review, they're not blaming support, they're getting all the information they need to utilize the app properly. Let me ask another question here. How is this app better than Divinity's app issue templates? Divinity, good friend of ours, they are a competitor with their app issue templates. We don't even want the AI to try to touch on that topic. So we've set up a safeguard, like we spoke of previously, based on the Divinity keyword, that, hey, every time someone types Divinity in, we prefer to refrain from speaking on our competitors' apps. Obviously, we have material out there, but we don't want to leave that up to chance with our current configuration on the AI. So we just want a canned response. We prefer to refrain from speaking on our competitors' apps. Let's ask another question here. This will be the last question I asked the bot. So I'm a partner looking for a discount code to close a large deal. How can I get one? We'd be happy to discuss providing you with a discount code. Can you choose a time on our calendar? They would choose a time there. Really great now for your resellers and your partners to hopefully bring you more revenue, because they're getting the resources they need to effectively sell your applications without having used the resources of your consultants, your salespeople, et cetera. Hopefully this bot can be kind of their partner channel manager in a sense, or an extension of your channel managers to help them with all the resources they need to effectively resell your application. We also have triggers in this version. As you can see here, click here to learn more about the Manage Hierarchies page. So we're on the Manage Hierarchies page here. This would take you directly to our documentation. If I went to Templates, click here to learn more about the Manage Templates page. Click here to learn more about the Manage Scopes page. If I go to Getting Started, click here to learn more about getting started with SITC. Really nice interactive CTA to further cement. We have the resources you need with this bot. Do some self-learning. Learn how to configure it properly. And hey, if people know how to use something, they want to expand it across the organization. If they're frustrating with it, they probably don't want to. So the more happy customers we can get, the more we can get some advocates in the organization.